大家好. I'm so excited to be back today, you guys. I'm so excited to be back today, you guys, and jump into another video. I am so grateful, share for you guys watching and talking to me and really being a part of this whole little community. I appreciate it so much. So much. Do I say that often? I feel like I say that all the time, but that's genuinely how I feel. So let's jump into this video. Love a good guitar. Now, I wanted to say that I have been made aware that this person is like the godfather of, what did she say? Let me look. She said like the godfather of R&B in China. So I am like, ooh, I'm excited. He hasn't said a sound yet, but I'm like, ooh, let's hear what this is going to sound like. He can play that guitar though, like.
等待，我随时随地在等待，做你感情上的依赖，我没有任何的疑问，这是爱，我猜。你早就想要说明白，我觉得自己好失败，从天堂掉落到深渊，多无奈。
Okay, so before he gets into the juicy part, he's obviously just finished the pre-hook, and I'm sorry, he just finished the verse, and he's going into the pre-hook. And so I'm just going to say what I think just from my first, I just heard somebody, how do I feel? We'll just cut that part out. His tone is very nice. I like it. It's got a little bit of in there. And then I like the way that he's riding the beat, and he's got the rhythm down, and it's not what we typically see in some of the other songs that I've reacted to. So he's definitely giving that R&B vibes, like 100%. I will say though, like, I would say R&B vibes, but would I sit him next to like Brian McKnight or Tank or Stevie Wonder or, Michael? Not necessarily. I guess Michael is the king of pop. R&B though, that's Brian McKnight. That's Usher. That's Chris Brown. It's a different vibe. It's a different flow. Not to take anything away from him. He's obviously amazing. But different in the R&B sector, I will say.
我愿意改变，重新再来一遍，我无法只是普通朋友，感情已那么深，叫我怎么能放手。
So the way that he is switching his registers, now that gives me Brian McKnight all day long. I don't know if you guys know who Brian McKnight is, but look up Brian McKnight, because he will switch up into a high note like nobody's business. So I really like that. And not just because he did the high note, it's the transition that does it for me. Coming from that breathy and then smoothly going into a different space.
但你说I only wanna be your friend.
And then the comfort that he has with it too. I would say that this part of the song is kind of giving me Maxwell vibes. Or Maxwell or Eric Benet.
做个朋友，我猜你心中只是 just a friend， 不是情人，我该
not sure if you guys noticed, but he went from Tia and then went right into have a low battery. He went right into his chest voice. Chia, da, da, but it wasn't like a da, da, da. It wasn't heavy. It was a lighter chest voice, which again makes for a smoother transition. For my students who are really working on transitions, I always talk about how you want to lighten up your chest voice when you're coming from a higher placement so that that transition is smoother. And that's what I feel like he just did here. And that's what I feel like he did very, very wonderfully. Oh, this whole part is giving me like Casey and JoJo vibes, like 90s R&B guy group singers, Boys to Men. That is what I'm getting. It's not way to a love. I don't know, I forgot the words, but that song, like that's what it's giving right here. I just can't be your friend. See, I wonder, I'm very curious as I'm listening to him, like, who inspired you? What artists were your inspiration? Was he inspired by the people that I grew up listening to? Or I feel like he had to be, because you hear them like in his singing, like I can hear that. But I mean, if you guys know more about his background story, you know, that's what we do here. You guys tell me and you educate me. So has he said or spoken out about who his influences are? And are they people who are like from the 90s R&B era? That's something else I didn't mention. I like his runs, all his run choice. He's not going all over the place and he's not doing so much with it, but it's very much in line with, I guess, what I'm used to. There's a sloppiness to it, not to his runs, but to the way that he lets it flow in. It's not pop, 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 pop. It's very da. It's got a slidiness to it, which it gives off that I don't know, Western R&B feel. So I mean, he's just doing it very well. So I feel like I'm listening to a song that I know very well, but that I never heard before, if that makes sense. I would give an I would either do a little cry, but this is stylistic. Stylistically, I would do a little cry there. That's the seal sound that I would put there. But even still there, I would put a little bit more O in there. So it's I instead of I. It's got a little more tongue than I would prefer. Oh yeah, you got it. Even in that line, lie. Now you could do those same words in that same note placement, lie, and it gives it a little bit more of a cleaner sound, and it helps you control the sound more by having better control over the placement, if that makes sense. Sorry, I like that. And that's very classical to how I grew up. Very, very much. Love it. He's doing such a great job. Okay, so my little 2 cents there. I like how he went up there. I would have liked just a little bit more support. Only because everything else that he's done so far has like, it's very solid, like it's on solid ground, even though he's got the breathiness to it. But when he went up into the higher, when he went into the higher register, I feel like a little bit more support would have helped him. I forgot it that quick. What did he do? putting a little bit more in there instead of I mean, it's either way sounds pretty. Either way sounds pretty. Let me just say that. I'm just saying, like, stand alone, it sounds pretty. But in context with everything else that he did, I don't know. But then at the same time, the words could call for him to be softer on that part. So I don't want to, like, drill into that too much.
I only wanna be your friend.
Your friend.
做个朋友，我猜你心中只是 just a friend， 不是情人。
That was so here. But I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it because it fits. It fits what he's doing. And it's like, I tell people all the time, it's not, there's no blanket statement in singing, like, never do this. Because, like, if you're learning how to sing better, 9 times out of 10, your coach is going to tell you, don't sing with your mouth closed, open your mouth. But there's so many times where you're going to close your mouth in order to get the feeling. You're going to close your mouth in order to get that feeling. So it's not a blanket statement in singing. So it's like, I'm not going to say never sing through your nose, but I will say that you should be very, very selective. Yes, very selective of when you do sing through your nose. The tone. Did you hear? When he switched over, that tone stayed there. The resonance stayed there. So, but he flipped over to a higher register, but it did not take away. And then from that strong higher note, he went into a softer, breathier. See, now that's the transition that I can get behind. That right there. Mm-hmm.
So我不能只是不能做你的朋友。
Very nice. Very nice. They're having so much fun. Wow. Oh, so let's just pause and take a moment because that was absolutely fabulous. That was absolutely fabulous. Oh, the guitar work, the finger work, like what he just did, and at that speed, that is not easy. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Just so much respect there. Love that.
不能做普通朋友。
Yes, yes. I really like this one. I like this one a lot. I can definitely see classic R&B like all over this guy. And I actually really appreciate that note and knowing that. And then I hear so many influences as I'm listening to him. But you guys, tell me what you think about this person and how he delivered everything. And if you know any of the artists that I mentioned and how you think that he compares, or if there are any artists that you hear in his voice, like the influences, I would be curious. I'm going to look through the comments and see what you guys say. All right. I'll see you guys later, or no, I'll see you in the comments. Bye.